for 5 minutes.
I thank the Speaker. Mr. Speaker, January is the traditional month in which New Year's resolutions are developed. I'm suggesting that President Obama and Mrs. Obama adopt a resolution in the event they fail to do so in January. President Obama and Mrs. Obama, it appears to me, Mr. Speaker, regard Air Force One very casually. And I believe that on some occasions, at least two planes have been dispatched to the same destination. Air Force One, Mr. Speaker, belongs to President and Mrs. Obama, but Air Force One also belongs to the American taxpayer. And I would welcome a New Year's resolution that would provide a generous lease of all future Air Force One dispatches with prudence, discipline, and last but certainly not least, fiscal austerity. America's taxpayers will be appreciative. Incidentally, Mr. Speaker, Air Force One, designated by the Air Force as VC-25, incurred an operational cost per hour of $179,750. And on some occasions, additional aircraft accompany Air Force One by naturally adding to the cost. I'm going to now, Mr. Speaker, insert my oars into waters that involved the former Secretary of State, Mrs. Clinton, during a recent Senate hearing. A senator who was examining Secretary Clinton suggested or implied that the administration may have misstated the nature of the Benghazi attack, to which Mrs. Clinton responded, "What difference at this point does it make?" I submit, Mr. Speaker, that the survivors of the 4 Americans who were murdered at that attack would welcome any information, any and all information, surrounding that infamous invasion. The survivors are grieving, and any information that could illuminate in any way this tragedy that occurred in Benghazi would welcome any and all information, it seems to me. Yes, Secretary Clinton, at this point, it may well make a difference. I yield back, Mr. Speaker.
The gentleman yields back. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Massachusetts, Mr. McGovern, for 5 minutes. Without objection.
Mr. Speaker,